Well, good morning and welcome to NoNicheNick's inaugural podcast, the first, number one, NoNicheNick Adventures in Life, Learning and Laughter. My name is, funnily enough, Nick, and I thought I'd let you come along on my journey while I discover the excitement of trying to build a internet base and make some money online. I've tried a variety of things, and part of this journey is going to be a bit of a laughing at myself, laughing at the fact that on YouTube everything looks so easy. Just click here and click there and you have 10,000 followers and you're making $5 million a day. And we all know, don't we, that's just a load of rubbish. So my first episode here, I'd like to spend a little bit of time looking at the reality of starting off on YouTube, the reality of dirty homes, of not doing the dishes before you try and make your millions online, the reality of your setups, like how have you actually set things up, how much have you spent on that, and what is the reality of spending hours and hours putting these podcasts or your YouTube videos together only to see the disappointment of 29 views and going up one follower every month. So currently I have 30 followers, yes indeed, and of those probably 29 of them are friends. So I only have 970 followers to go until I reach that 1,000 follower threshold, and all those hours you have to have people watch it to make you monetized. So a little bit of work to do, so don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this on the YouTube and you're seeing my face. Don't forget to subscribe to NoNicheNick, and you can join my journey as I discover the wonders of the internet. Only 20 years behind everybody else. Of course, by the time I actually do sort things out, I imagine that it won't really matter anyway, because AI and ChatGPT will be taking over and we'll be out of a job. So let's be honest, let's get in there before it's too late and have a bit of fun. So a little bit of background about myself. I am 50 years old and sometimes grumpy. Currently single, funnily enough, for a while now, and doting dog dad. I have an 11-year-old little hairy four-legged friend who basically follows me around and brings me absolute joy. He is my assistant. He's not in shot at the moment. He's probably sitting on his massive big sofa, which is all to himself. You'll have to excuse me because the reality is life carries on while we're trying to do this. So the background noise is actually my dryer. I had to do some washing because, funnily enough, we all need clothes to wear, and I've just about run out of clean clothes. So that is the reality. Behind me we have my kitchen and seating area in my apartment here. I am based in a place called Papamoa, which is in the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand. Yes indeed, we are at the bottom of the world. It is true. We have a weird accent. That is also true. Of course, the title of my podcast is NoNicheNick. Now, for those in North America, of course, you would call it NoNicheNick. Doesn't quite have the same ring in my humble opinion, so you'll have to excuse me if you think I'm speaking rather weirdly, and in fact that I'm saying niche, not niche. There will be other words through the journey which you'll think, what the hell is he going on about? So, but we'll reach that when we reach that. Now, of course, going online, looking on YouTube, looking at how to start a podcast, I found all sorts of really, really interesting YouTube videos, most of which are people with who've had 500,000 viewers for their hey, how to start a podcast. Of course, they've got all those links down below where you can click and they make money, and this is the whole purpose of it all. Very interesting indeed. And of course, don't believe the bollocks that they say. Just click here and click there, and overnight you'll have 1,000 subscribers and you'll be making $1 squillion. Now, we all know that that is actually not reality. As I have discovered, and part of my journey over the last little while has been pretty interesting, really, because as you get to know me through these podcasts, you'll discover all the different things I've tried. The joke that is my skills in technology, which is basically non-existent. Even just to set this up with this speaker thing that I've got in front of me, the microphone, trying to work out how to link that into my laptop and what have you, took me a while, a bit of trial and error. Even the fact that I'm actually recording this on one of my old mobile phones, that's what you can see in terms of the picture. In terms of the my actual talking, I'm recording it at the same time on my laptop because I haven't quite worked out how to connect this microphone to my mobile phone so that it all does it in one. Then I have to painstakingly transfer over the soundy stuff to the video stuff, download them to my laptop, upload them to one of the movie making sites, and then split it up and make sure that my mouth is working at the same time as the voice. It's a bit comical, really, but that is the reality of the behind the scenes, especially when you don't have a team where it's just you. So this morning I thought what I might do, now we are currently, in fact, New Zealanders, we get our time the first in the world, if you're interested. So where I am, we are basically at least 12 hours ahead of you on the other side of the world, if not more. And so we do, in fact, currently, it is Easter Sunday morning here. So many of you, while I'm recording this, will not have hit Easter yet. However, by the time I have actually uploaded, downloaded, cut and paste and all those things you need to do to get it out on the internet, it'll probably be about 2 weeks from now. So it doesn't really matter whether it's Easter or not. So this morning I thought, now, there are lots of things on the internet where you can create a synopsis of what you're going to talk about. You can jump on to the old chat GPT, the latest and greatest, and that can spit out for you in a couple of seconds what you're going to talk about. But because I'm half a century old, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. So here are my notes, as scribbled on the back of a bill that I received, about the only good thing about the bill, and I've basically made a few bullet points, and I'm going to attempt to get through this. Of course, with the editing software, you can, cut out those mistakes that you make while you're chatting, so there is that possibility of doing that. However, let's see whether we can get through without too many cut and pastes of the my audio. Now, if you're listening to this on a podcast, not on the YouTube, then obviously you won't be seeing any pictures. So don't forget to jump online to my YouTube channel, which is called NoNicheNick or NoNicheNick, and join up and help me get to maybe my first 100 subscribers, and we'll see how we get on, and then that might give me impetus to carry on. Of course, I love talking, so I don't have much impetus about chatting and letting you know my thoughts on things. As I get older, I find I have a lot less patience and a lot less time to worry about the small things, or the big things either some days. So let's see, what are we going to chat about this morning? So as I said, the title of this is Adventures in Life, Learning and Laughter. So a little bit of everything. Now, you'll notice NoNicheNick. What is that about? So it basically typifies my personality. I get onto one thing and get excited about it, and then I'll jump onto something else. And so my niche, is in fact I have no niche. So basically, what I talk about could be anything under the sun. What's on my YouTube channel can be anything under the sun, just basically whatever takes my fancy. So straight off the bat, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage because they do talk about having a niche and sticking to it, and finding that within the niche, the sub-niche, where nobody's talking about it, where everybody's interested. So if you do want to listen to somebody rabbiting on about all manner of things, about my journey with this internet stuff, B, about life lessons and life thoughts in general, and C, just basically what comes burbling out my mouth, then please do make sure you subscribe to me today. Right, so starting out on this internet journey, over time, I have tried a range of things. And first of all, as I said, don't believe in the YouTubers, these people with 1 million followers, and everything they say is so easy. All you do is you do the secret thing that if you click here, you're going to pay me money, and I will teach you how to get to 1,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers. I will teach you how to make $10,000 a day. Don't believe it. Right, because you're going to have trial and error, and sometimes the old-fashioned way to do things is simply the best because you learn. Yes, Learn. Learn. Now, some millennials or some of the younger ones out there might not know what that is because, of course, the internet can spit out all sorts of things just easily. So anyway, coming back to creating a YouTube channel or creating an online presence or a podcast to make money. That's my goal, and that's what we're going to focus on. Right, so now, what were we going to talk about next? Yes. So this is actually not my inaugural podcast. This is actually my second inaugural one, if there is such a thing. The first one took me about, the recording itself was only about 6 minutes long. However, the issue I had was learning about all the software and what to do and how to do it. That only took a mere 6 or 8 hours to set things up and transfer things over and play with the video editing, and at the end of the day, was alright. Actually, it was crap. So I'm not even going to put that one up for anybody to see. It was dark, it was dreary, and I just wasn't overly happy with it. So yes, this is my publicly inaugural episode 1 of NoNicheNick, Adventures in Life, Learning and Laughter, and we'll see how we get on from here. So now, I've learnt a lot over the last few weeks. I spend a bit of time, I love learning, and I've been learning about AI and ChatGPT. I've played around with that ChatGPT online, played around with this Mid-Journey text to image. The issue I have with that is that I'm not an artist. I never have been an artist, and even coming up with creative things. And then I played around with cheating and basically, coming up, getting ChatGPT, coming up with description that I can use in Mid-Journey, and it's been quite a lot of fun to play around with all that stuff. It does worry me, this ChatGPT, I'll be honest. I think that I jest before about people losing their jobs because of it, but I think in reality that is going to happen, because people are going to go to ChatGPT for anything and everything. They will stop going to Google, unless Google, or they are bringing out something in competition, I imagine. But basically, all of those thousands, tens of thousands of websites that people have painstakingly put together, for example, information websites where you get, referrals when people click through, or you can sell stuff if they're interested in buying it and what have you. They spent thousands of hours and thousands of dollars, well, a lot of those websites over time are going to be obsolete. Now, I am no intellectual. I'll be completely honest with you right now. No intellectual at all, but even I can see that. Scary thing is, when you play around with that GPT, even if you don't know anything, it can do all sorts. Because I've looked at, people are saying, oh, you can write a children's book and then use Canva, I think it is, to create it and sell it on Amazon and blah. And I've played around with that as well, and there is no doubt that chat GPT can come up with some clever stuff. However, I have an observation. The observation is this. It seems to me that a lot of the stuff that it spits out, it's all information based, right? Is that I don't quite know what the right expression is, but it's very vanilla, I suppose. So what I mean by that is that it's grammatically perfect, grammatically correct. So, for example, if you write, I was a teacher for 10 years in my first career, and for example, if you write get it to write a children's book. Say you get it to write a blog post. Now, if you go to my website, NoNicheNick.com, which is a work in progress, as is everything else, you will find a blog. Now, those blog posts were actually created by ChatGPT. Now, they're informative, they're interesting, but they're very boring, right? And they're grammatically correct. You've got a beginning, you've got a middle, you've got a conclusion, but it's kind of so perfect, it's not human. Maybe that's the point. And of course, that's what they're focused on, is creating it more human-like, which creates all sorts of potential problems. So it's interesting because I'm also on Twitter. Oh, and I do have the handle NoNicheNick, niche with an E, obviously. I don't think I've got any followers on there, but I follow Elon Musk and all sorts of interesting people. I'm a great information gatherer. I'm a news hound, I suppose is the right expression. I love following the news. So whatever news it is, especially love global politics and stuff that is affecting society as a whole. Yes, I'm a sad bastard, I know, but that is the reality of what I like. So, coming back to ChatGPT and AI, obviously we're going to see a lot of things happening in the future. It already is. I've joined up to a couple of emails with very clever people that send out stuff around, different web pages you can go to do different things. Very interesting. I've also tried, if you do happen to jump onto my YouTube channel, you'll find that I've tried a few range of things. I think the first couple of videos I did were unboxing crap. So I was unboxing stuff that I bought on AliExpress while playing around with the video editing. Then there was a couple about video editing. They're horrendously bad, I'll tell you now. Horrendously bad. So if you want to if you do want to have a bit of a laugh, have a nosy at some of my old videos. And I think probably the average views is 70 or 80 views, something like that. It's pretty sad, really. Then I was reading up about all these shorts you can do, YouTube shorts. So I've got a few YouTube shorts that I've created about my beloved dog, my right-hand man. So I've got a few of those on there, so have a nosy at that as well. And what else have I got? Oh, I've got, I think, a video about my travels on my motorbike, on my Motor Guzzi. I love jumping on the bike and heading off into the sunset. And this one, I think the last one up was when I took a trip down south here in New Zealand. So do jump online, do check it out, NoNicheNick, and I'd love to see whether anybody actually listens to this and whether I can actually gain any subscribers. And that is not a plea, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty long in the tooth. It doesn't worry me whether people subscribe or not, to be honest. It'd be great. I could become the Kiwi version of that bloke what's his name, Mr. Beast, that does amazing things. So you never know, with millions and millions of followers. Of course, the youth maybe are not that interested in following me, seeing that I have a grey beard, and maybe a bit more low key or low energy. You see, because I struggle with some of the technological stuff. So I'm not a TikToker. I think I've got an Instagram account. I think I set one up. I can't remember. I have recently joined Twitter. I find that more useful just because it's bloody funny watching some of the reading some of the comments about things. Boy, I tell you, that's a problem maybe with technology. It gives and some could say the same as me doing this, it gives people a forum to share their ideas and their thoughts, however left field they may be, or right field, or however cracked they may be. It's going to make it very difficult to work out, and alongside with that AI stuff as well, really to work out what is fact and what is fiction. The other thing was interesting. I haven't tried it, but I was watching some YouTube channels about how you can have a faceless channel, so you don't put your face on it, and you basically steal stuff off. Not steal's not the right word. You take stuff from other YouTube, other videos, and you regurgitate it, like you vomit it back up in a different format, and then you get lots of views that way. Haven't tried that, actually, to be honest. I do also have an Etsy shop, so I've tried that as well. Currently, it's not in operation because I stopped paying the monthly fee, so you can sell stuff. Because I've played around with that, and originally with this AI stuff, I had this great idea about, people talk about create artwork and then sell it on Etsy for millions of dollars. So that's kind of how that came about. That is still a work in progress, as is my web. So you can see that my brain works in a rather interesting way. I kind of jump from one to the other so that is partly going to be what this podcast journey is going to be about. So really, if you have actually found this video or found this podcast, then I thank you for that. And we will, I do need to go shopping for a light, I think it is, a light that I can use to make this a little bit more professional. But hey, got to crawl before you walk, haven't you? And what a lot of people said online is just get out there and do it. And that's what I'm doing. So thanks again for listening to me. And episode number 1 is now coming to an end. I don't know what episode number 2 is going to be. However, I welcome you to this journey we called life, and feel free at any time. Throw a comment down below or contact me however you can contact me. Not sure how, through this medium. I'll make a comment down below. And yeah, have a fabulous day. And if I do get this up before Easter is finished, I hope everybody is having a lovely couple of days of Easter. Otherwise, it might turn up about a month later, so we'll see. Anyway, that's NoNicheNick or NoNicheNick signing off for today. Thank you.